Hi guys, it's Nikki here. As you know, I'm now an ambassador for etchall, and I did a quick tutorial the other day with a teacup and saucer, and I wanted to make some more. So I was playing with different pieces basically, and as you can see, this is, bring it up a bit, it's a little teacup that's got some Christmas pattern on. Okay, now this was sitting in the dip, the etchall liquid, this one. And I popped downstairs because I had a few bits to do, and I thought, okay, I'll leave it for the 15 minutes or slightly longer, and come up and have taken them all out. Now what was quite interesting is that this little teacup here is this teacup here. Now that doesn't make sense, does it? And I was surprised, and I went like that. Let's bring this in a little bit more. There we go. What I've done is I've put a little bit of the dip on cloth. You can, it will just rub off on its own without any extra, and then you can once you've taken it all off, which amazed me, I used a little bit extra on the cloth just to make sure it was coming off everywhere, but you didn't need to. And once you've done, if you as you can see, most of it's off. I'm just going to run it in this under the sink, under the tap. Yes, dear. And as you can see, it's still got a little bit on, but I'm not too worried because I'm actually painting them afterwards. Once they're fully dry and everything, it's not actually a problem that they're still a bit damp. There's still a little bit on there because, as I say, I'll be painting over them. So we now have plain little teacups, and this was a little milk jug that also had a transfer. These, you can tell they were transfers because they came off so easily, but you can now colour them any colour you want and do whatever you want. I'm hoping to do some of the little teacups, like the purple one I did the other day, but I'm going to do a few different ones. So, oh, let's move some of these bits out of the way. So we're going to turn these little teacups, let's move the papers out of the way. Now, as you can see, that's a gloss teapot. No, I'll get it in a minute. That is a gloss saucer. Now, I can't find anything quite big enough to put. This is the smallest saucer I've got, and I can't find. No, that is. Oh, actually. Oh, we could, couldn't we? Oh no, wrong way. That's fine. But yeah, so we're going to etch this now. With this, I recommend the Crème, which is the big green one. Now, I just took a brush, wasn't washed properly, I sort of poured it on. You don't need loads, and the reason I use the brush is mainly just to move it about. And then the same as everything else, you leave it for your 15 minutes. And I don't have one ready done, so I'm gonna might need a little bit more here. It's better to put a tad more than you need with the cream, just to make sure it's covered, especially with the saucers. There we go. Right. And I recommend washing the brush straight away though, because you don't want to go damaging your brushes. I actually have quite a big range of brushes for loads of different things, but I always use a bit of hand soap and water to wash them, whatever I've been using previously. Right, we should put this to one side. It's there, yes it will. Right, we shall leave that there, and we've got, yep. You can set an alarm, because sometimes I have to, because I forget. Now, based on what colour to do the next one in. Now, where's my brush gone? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oops, I forgot to wash that. It's got glue on it now. There we go. Powder on it. Oh, right. We're going to use an acrylic pink. I do have loads of acrylics, but all mine are still downstairs waiting for the transfer of coming upstairs. So I'm just going to use, I bought some tea towels just for my crafts, so that way I don't use any of the house ones. And we are going to paint, or splodge, I'm not sure which yet. Actually, I will paint, and right, we'll do both this time. So going on with my brushes here? Somebody else been using them. Right. I've got a flattish one. I'm going to put this very light, it's like a pinky peach, portrait to medium. Okay. This is one of the folk art by Plaid. I actually have a lot of their paints still, which I've had for quite some years. And what's nice with the etchall is it gives you a lovely base to paint on if you're using it on porcelain type items. A bit straight in the rear. See, as you can see, there's still a little bit of the picture underneath. It's not too important because of how I'm painting it. If you're painting it like this, or even if you want to freehand draw, which I'm not overly good at. I can do some things, but not a lot. So that's one of the reasons I love stencils, because stencils can be used on anything, with anything. And I'm going to get some actual tiles that you use for the bathroom. I'm going to use the tile to make some little wall hangings that you can put in your bathroom or whatever. Now, do I paint inside or not? No. I haven't decided what I'm putting inside it yet. So that's that little one done. Now, I think we are going to need make sure our brush is dry and doesn't have anything on it. Right, blend in. In there. Yeah, right, that will do. Right, we're going to go with this one. Some of these brushes are by Plaid themselves and Donna Dewsbury. So some of these, they're to do with the one stroke collection that she bought out a long time ago. As you can see, it's near enough dry. Now, do I put that on, or do I put a dark, different colour on? Or that one? Actually, let's put this one on, because it looks more Christmassy, and I'm not. And it's a metallic, so it will give a nice sparkle. you can actually use a proper stencil brush, but I personally find them a bit too hard. So, and this is quite a soft brush. And I just find it a little bit easier if it's softer. It doesn't give you such a hard colour when you hit it either, as you can see. Soften it a lot more. Hopefully by the time I've done this one, the other one might be, saucer might be ready. My little purple teacup was my first play of etchall on China. I've done it on glass loads of times, but I wanted to see for myself what it's like on glass, porcelain or china or whatever you want to call it. You see a nice little shimmer to it. And it's great. Use the lid when you're using small amounts of paint, because it just makes it a lot easier for you than using the squirting the paint out, because you might find that you don't need all of it. As you can see, I only used a very small amount for this, and padding it onto the mat is even better, because it just gives you a little bit more to work with. And yes, like everybody else, we use the baby wipes. They are great. We've got about another 5 minutes for the other one. And when I glue this to the saucer, I will be using the E6000, which, thanks to Deb, she's a star. She sent it to me last year, I think it was, and because she kept going on about how good it was in the States, so she sent me some, and oh my god, it sticks anything and everything together, literally. So while we're waiting for that, we'll look for maybe some flowers of sorts. And we have boxes and boxes and boxes of them. Not literally, but sponge. What about that one? No. Brown maybe. No, definitely not. What do we want? Oh, hold on. Is it my... Here it is. Oh. Come on. These I got at the Ali Pally at the beginning of the year. They're called Lily Bet. And I actually only want cream ones at the moment. Where are they? These are the scissors I used to cut my flowers off. Got one. And sometimes keep these pieces, the stamen, because you can use them on their own as well. Does that go? I think it does go quite nicely actually, doesn't it? No, not yellow. Too big. No. That looks like it might go as well. Maybe a couple of them as well. And that's too big. Yep. Oh dear. Right. I think these will do. Yes. Not that one. Not that one. Alright. Now we've got a couple more minutes for the other pot. So, thinking about what other bits. Lace and ribbon. I have some of these wonderful. They're like a lace with the little flowers already attached, and as you can see, I take them out and use them on other pieces. So, debating if any of them might go. Maybe we can take some of that. Cut a piece of this off. There we go. Don't know if I'll use it, but we shall take it off and we shall see. Once the saucer's ready, then I can sort of decide and play where I want to put things and what have you. So we've got sort of goldy, coppery brown colours of lace on the ribbon. Oh wow, now that goes perfectly. Right. Now let's put spots. Yep, that might make. Yes. Right. What am I thinking here? I think I'll put this one around. What I try and do when I'm using ribbon and stuff. Okay, I had a lighter here somewhere. Where's it gone? Okay, I've lost it. Yeah, I'm just squaring or straightening the ends of the ribbon. And I'm just going to glue it around there. Yep, that'll do quite nicely going around the top there. Right, we have 2 more minutes and then we should be done. So while that's going, let's go and put the hot glue gun on. Yeah, sorry about the racket, I have china everywhere. But luckily this is only china for crafting. It's not china I have bought to use. So I'm not using my... I do have a beautiful set downstairs that was my grandmother's. And it's gorgeous, and no, I shan't be using that for turning into painted items. Don't know whether to do it's called, no, can't think now, pin cushions, or just leave them and let people put little bits in for themselves. I have loads of little pots that have loads of little bits in, so it's going through and seeing what we have. Once we can go back, we have a load of pearls we can use. Thinking, trying to work out what do I need. Flowers, I need bling, don't I? Something is missing. Ah, that's one of the things missing. There we go. We need these. I'm definitely going to have to do some serious craft shopping next year, because I'm running out already of pieces. So, but I have given my husband a really nice Christmas list of items that I would like, one of which is the entire Prima spray range. And I think all my children and my husband have all been given Prima list of different items that I want. But luckily I have our anniversary as well as Christmas, so it'll be a little bit easier for him. They're not just all for Christmas. And I'm 50 next year, and I've also said he can... Actually, what I asked for my 50th was a dog, but I've promised that I don't want a dog until the little lady that's making a racket here and there, when she'll come up and start bugging us sooner or later. But yes, I'm not gonna get a dog because it's not fair on our cat. She's 17. She lost her sister last year, and she doesn't really take kindly to people, and she doesn't mind people. She's really good with people, but she doesn't like other animals. That's a definite no-no to her. So I'm just trimming all the little bits off. Now these are my fabric scissors. Which I make a point of only using with my fabrics, because like everything else, all my other scissors are in a bad way. But after I was speaking to somebody about the Tim Holtz scissors, because I know they're not cheap, but they said that they sharpen every time you use them. Well, I didn't realise that. Otherwise I would have bought them a long time ago. So one of my first buys is going to be a pair of Tim Holtz scissors. If anybody knows of any way to get them slightly cheaper than anywhere else, would be nice. And I wish that Michael's would bring their shop here to the UK. The bargains and things that the ladies in the US find are fabulous. They really are. Yeah, these scissors I generally use just to cut all my stamens, and yes, I've apparently got about 20 odd scissors. So, but as you know, as a crafter, we use all different scissors for different reasons. Let's make a couple of them in the green. This is a good way to make these little twirly pieces. I've got some fine tweezers, and basically just wrap it around. And pull it off, and then all you need to do is pull it slightly, and it's like a little spring, isn't it? It's like a little sprig. So right, we have time. Let's go move all this out of the way for a moment. Right, bring him back. Now I use a plastic palette knife for this. Etchall do have their own scraper, which I have somewhere. I can't quite work out where I've put it. But for this is most probably a little bit easier, because you can literally just... It looks a bit like chocolate spread, doesn't it? At least that's what my grandchildren would say. Well, nearly. And that's what's great about this stuff, is that you can reuse it, so it doesn't matter how thick you apply, because 90% of it goes back into the pot. Right, minus the state of my fingers. You normally don't get this messy. It's just me. That's that dry. Put that one back. Now, that's... There you go. There's the saucer. All ready. Leave it to dry a little bit longer. Now, we have the... Oh, really? I have the dip also with a couple of pieces in. Now, with the dip, I take an old bottle like this, chop the top piece off, and use that to pour this back. Just makes it a little bit easier for you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, whatever you do, yes, don't... Right. Yeah, try not to do what I did. I forgot I had 2 bottles. So please be careful, guys. Right. Right. Okay, well, luckily we have plenty of flowers. Right. 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 No, one. Right. Right, let's try again. Right, there we go. Good job it wasn't the glass mat underneath. Otherwise it would be etched also. Right, let me just move this lot. Right, let's try again. Now these pieces have got, as you can see, one of them actually has a picture on. I shall rinse them and then we shall take the pictures off. One good thing is I do have plenty of old tea towels that I've used in my crafting for a while. So they've got covered in glue, paint, whatever. Right, make sure these are okay and move my dips out of the way and move my cream out of the way. So you should see, we all have accidents. And okay, it looks like some of it did get my, or maybe not, it just might be me. But I'm not too worried. Right, as you can see, the picture and the colour around the edging of this one. Let's take it in a little bit for you. Okay. Before we go any further, right, let's start with this one. And it comes straight off. I mean, how amazing is that? Now, when you go into Goodwill shop, charity shop, whatever you call them where you are, you haven't got to worry if they look like this. Now, I've not tried this one, but I'm assuming this will come off just the same as everything else. You can give it a little wash to make sure all your bits have come off. Now, let me see. Right. No, this is good. This was just paint. This is a glaze that must have been put on in the process of firing it, because that's not coming off. Well, it is leaving it a nice matte colour, which is what I wanted. And I think I might turn this little jug in little. There's a gravy bowl. I might actually put a little something pincushion in that. I'm not sure. So right, that's them ones ready. Move them all over there out of the way. No, I don't want that one. Now this is what we want. Let's screw and grab up that. This is quick dry. There we go. Right, now we're back to normal-ish. Okay. Not too worried about some of the oops. Okay. Right, looks like we will have to get a new one of these done. Good job, I've got plenty of cream and white flowers. So what I'm now going to do is a little bit better. I will now paint this one the same colour, and using so I'm just trying to work out what I was doing there. I'm actually quite pleased to be back to videoing though. It's been a long year waiting for my husband to be able to move his office, so I can now have a office, as my office is already being occupied by my eldest daughter and granddaughter and son-in-law. So they're all in there, and I'm now in an office half the size I had. Most people in the UK will understand what a box room is. And that's my office. And considering I like to try pretty much every craft I can. At the moment doing felting course. Oh my god, that stuff is amazing. The wet felting's okay. It's very good, but you need a bit of oomph behind your hands to sort of get it going slightly. Where are we? And it is still hit and miss in here at the minute because I'm part of my office missing. Sorry, I'm just going to put the heat tool on for a sec. I'm not too bothered about it having a thick layer because we're putting the Regal Red metallic paint on top. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for my workstation behind me to be set up, which basically will be where the recording will all be done, because the my monitor will then be up on the wall and it will be a permanent work surface for recording. So every time I make something, it'll all be done behind me, which will then leave this area somewhere to keep everything. I'm so surprised at just how quick this year has gone by. There we go. Right, I keep missing the paint. I know this is a Regal Red, but it looks like a browny colour to me. There we go. And that's that one done. Right, that's that in there. Paint out of the way. There we go. Right. Just give this another quick dry. Right, that should be enough. Right. Now, I've realised that you can't use hot glue to adhere the teacup and saucer together. It's not really quite good enough, but the E6000 on the other hand, completely different. Now we have to unblock it again. I use this tool for any little bits I need to remove like this in glues. So this particular pick is used for just that. Oh. Well, yeah, it's coming through slowly. Okay. Ah, there we go. It looks like the problem has been sorted. do recommend using the clear one of these. I've also found that apparently on Amazon they now do a E6000 spray. Ooh. Right. Now, oh God, right. You do need it to stay. Right. You can, because I'm putting loads of flowers, the removal of the glue, you know, as long as you don't see big black parts, you'll be okay. Because you're putting, or at least I'm putting, flowers around them, so it's not, but they will be hot glued, the flowers. It's the actual saucers and that need the different bits. Right, now first thing we need to do is no, I thought I plugged me hot gun in. No, I didn't. Right, let's see where we're going to put all these bits. We know this is going to go around there, and we're going to use this one to make a bow. Use the other end. So we want a nice. If you have the bow it all and things like that, great. I'm still debating on whether to get one. I do like them, and they do seem quite reasonable, but at the moment, as you can see, I do my own. But what I like about the bow is you can use loads of different ones at the same time, which I can't do by hand. So what we're going to do is, once that goes around there, I'm going to put that on there. So we need to cut both bits of ribbon, and then I'm going to do the little sort of tail end. There you go. And as I say, that will sit on there when it's done. Sorry about that. It's my granddaughter and my daughter having a conversation while my daughter is on the loo. And as parents, you'll all understand exactly how she's feeling at this precise moment. They're adorable children. And the things they come out with. Oops. Okay. A bit of foam on its bum. Oh, what do you reckon? Put some white ones there. Or cream even. Some around that way. Right, do I need one of them? Yep, put one of them in there. Nope, I know what I forgot. Let's put that under there. There we go. Oops. It's all moved about. Same thing. As long as it's relatively where you want it all, and then ones will go in after. Take another green one, I think. There's 3 of them. Do we have? Ooh. Oh, that's what we could use. I've got icicle stickles that I'm going to pop onto the flowers to give them a little bit of a sparkle. Right, how's the hot glue doing? It's done. Oops. That's going to be about there. It will get pushed down more once the flowers are on it. I'm actually debating I might actually need to put the camera lower, because it's nearly, yeah, it's fully close up and it doesn't seem to be very close at all. So I think when we move it, I have to think of somewhere else to put it. Oh, wow. Oh. Yep, I broke my thumb. Right, let's try again. Excuse me a moment. Yes?
I'm drinking through my first cup.
Right, Nanny's recording. Okay, so I will be down shortly. Alright, and you can show me that you're drinking out of your baby cup. Yes, she is drinking out of her baby cup. And she's 5. Dear children. I do love flowers in the fact that they can change things so quickly and make things look so elegant, and they can finish projects off. I think we should put another one down that side. Let's cut some of this off. No, don't ignore that. Right, first, let's put the ribbon on. I'm putting this on with hot glue. If you have something like Fab-Attack, I think that's what it's called, is a good idea. I'm still experimenting, trying to find a good wet glue that I can use on things. I have been told that Fab-Attack is really good, but I will get some at some point, along with a few other things. Now, I don't worry about it not joining there, because, okay, that's where our bow's going. So the bow will actually hide that little bit there. I need to put some of these in now. I like them because they sort of just finish little bits off. I did another one. If I did, I've lost it again. Ah, there we go. What I was thinking. Maybe a little bit of bling, just here and there. We need something there, any case. Right. Now, I do recommend putting these in with hot glue. You don't need to, depending on the make, you might not necessarily need the hot glue, but with these particular ones I do, because they don't always stay put. Right, there we go. I think we are done. With all these stringy bits, you just take your heat gun it just melts any strands so they can't be seen, and there we go. one little teacup. You can put beading round there if you wanted to. Where is it? I've got something similar in here. Mind you, you could always put these round there if you wanted the little flowers. That's what I'm going to do. And before we finish, just going to use a little bit of stickles if I can get it out. Ah, there we go. And just brush it over the flowers. So it sort of just gives them a little bit of sort of sparkle. Just stops them looking plain. I quite like that. There we go. Now, can you see the little sparkle it picks up? Right, there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed this little tutorial, or big one as the case may be. And now you realise that etchall doesn't just etch your glass and things. It can take the transfers that are used on cups and glasses, even this gold, because these are put on after they've been fired. They're a bit like a transfer, so they will come off, which is great because then you can use plain. You can then decorate them any way you wish. You can put, you know, any colour, anything you wish. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed my little teacup, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.